Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Lakshman Hanuman. Sitaram, Jaya Radha Krishna, Jaya Radha Krishna, Jaya Radha Krishna, Jaya Shri Radhe. Radha Krishna, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. I never played that before. I just sing it. That's it. Huh? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. No, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sitaram, Jaya Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Baladev, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Radha Krishna, Jaya Radha Krishna, Jaya Shri Radhe, Shri Radhe. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. So let's continue the previous. Okay, how much time do we have? Until Maharaj comes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I won't do any more ending prayers. I'll just. What is it?
Hare Krishna.
Huh? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, sorry, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Nitya Gopamanande Hare Bol. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki.
My impression is that we have AC and fan, right? Well, I don't want to be a meanie, but it's a little much having both of them. I mean, I understand it's a hot day. This is refrigeration. If we could turn something down. I should have brought.
Can you move forward?
Should have brought my jacket.
Prabhu's.
We weren't air conditioned.
Mataji's, move forward.
Hare Krishna. Good. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarane Vandehang Shri Guru Shri Jatapada Kamalang Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Shagrashatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Stam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savatutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lolita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hori Priye Vancha Kolpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindho Bhyevacha Patitan Nam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. We've been discussing 15th chapter Bhagavad Gita as it is. Then next chapter is 16th chapter. Daivasura Vibhaga Yoga. The distinguishing the godly and the ungodly people. This is the subject matter of chapter 16. Abhayam Sattva Sangshuddhi Jnana Yoga Vyavastitihi Dhanam Dhamastra Yagyascha Swadhyaya Tapa Arjavam Ahimsa Satyam Akrodhas Kshanti No, before Kshanti Tyaga Shanti Rapaishanam Taya Bhuteshvalo Luptvam Mardavam Prira Chapalam Tejakshama driti shocham adroho natimanita. Bhavanti sampadam devim. Abhijatosi Bharata. These are, Krishna begins by describing the Daivi Sampad. Sampad means assets. Daivi Sampad. The demonic assets or qualities and the divine assets or qualities. Daivi Sampad and Asuri Sampad. So Krishna begins with the Daivi Sampad. Do we have a Bhagavad Gita, by the way? Daivi Sampad. Daivi Sampad Vimokshaya Nimbandhaya Surimata. The godly qualities are conducive to liberation, and the demonic qualities lead to perpetual bondage. The picture of, I should just sort of at the outset confess that in the beginning, or for some time, I thought that the depiction of the demonic qualities, although true, because after all it's Shastra, it's Krishna speaking, it sounded a little hyperbolic. You know, it just sounded like too much. These, you know, they're greedy, they're lusty, they're full of anger, and there's no end to their anxieties, and they're always thinking. It sounded a little hyperbolic. But I won't go into the story, but I've since, you know, I accepted it as true, but it just seemed a little too, almost cartoonish, you know, like Mahabharata demons, you know, ha 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 ha. But now I'm totally convinced. If you want, you can go to my website, jswami.info. There's an article, A Distant View of 9/11, which gives a little hint of how I changed my views. I did a PowerPoint on the same subject that's more explicit about the divine and demonic natures. But the summary is that I'm convinced that, if anything, Krishna has understated the demonic nature, not overstated it at all. And for anyone interested, I could expound on the topic, but I don't believe at all that it's overstatement. But here, we begin with the divine qualities. Daivi Sampad. Bhavanti Sampadam Daivi. And Srila Prabhupada has quite an extensive discussion of what each of these qualities are, and he divides it also according to the different orders of varnashram. For the sannyasis, these qualities; for the grahastas, these qualities; vanaprasthas, these qualities; brahmacharis, these qualities; and for the brahmins, the kshatriyas, the vaishyas, shudras. They're all, the acharyas have commented in that way, and Srila Prabhupada has followed. So abhayam, fearlessness. Prabhupada was given that name, Abhaycharan, one who, Bhaja Hure Mana Shri Nanda Nandana, Abhayacharanara Vindare. The Krishna's lotus feet are the source of all fearlessness. And this is a divine quality, abhayam. All right, if I die, Hare Krishna. Oh, abhayam. Prahlad Maharaj, in the face of Hiranyakashipu, literally in his face, he's speaking boldly. and Krishna is there. Why do I have to compromise? So Abhayam and Sattva Sangshuddhi. Prabhupada cites these as, well, we'll come to that. Sattva Sangshuddhi means, Sattva means one's existence. And Sattva Sangshuddhi, purification of existence. Our life is meant for purification of our existence. So Sattva Sangshuddhi. And Jnana Yoga Vyavastiti, to be situated in Jnana Yoga, cultivation of spiritual knowledge from Shastra and so on. So these qualities, Prabhupada says, this is the business of the sannyasis. Sannyasi should be fearless. The sannyasi should be engaged in purifying his existence. He should be situated in the cultivation of knowledge. Of course, everyone should be fearless. Everyone should be cultivated, but especially these are highlighted as the qualities of a sannyasi. And dhanam dhammascha yagyascha swadhyayastapa arjuna. Dana means charity. For the householders, charity is very important because the householders are engaged in material comfort, family affairs, some sense gratification, that they have a license for these things. But then how is their life purified? Is purified by charity. The grahastas are not going to undergo severe tapasya. If they were going to do that, they wouldn't have become grahastas. But charity they can do, and they're the ones to give charity. Sannyasis don't give charity. They're beggars. The brahmacharis are beggars. And the vanaprasthas also live at the cost of the householders. They're not earning anything. They're retired. So who's making money? Only the grahastas. So it's the duty of one section of society to support the three other sections of the society. The sannyasis, the brahmacharis, the vanaprasthas, they're all meant to be supported by the grahastas. So the grahastas have a license for greater comfort and so on, but it's not a free license. There's a price for the license also. So this license, so charity. Charity is purifying. What is that? Yagyadana tapaschaiva pavanani manishinam. Even for the great souls, charity is purifying. So the grahastas especially, they work hard, they make money, but their income and therefore their life becomes purified by charity. Prabhupada in many places says a grahasta should give 50% of his income. It's quite a big bite. 50%. And then one of our poor grahastas said to Srila Prabhupada, what if you can't give 50? Prabhupada, give what you can. But that's the idea, that why should I live extravagantly, even as a grahasta? I don't need a mansion and a fleet of cars and all the latest gadgets and this and that and the other thing. The more I can live simply, the more happy I'll be, actually. So that becomes, then if I live simply, that's good, and give charity. That will purify the heart. Actually, when people give charity, they feel good. Why do people give charity? Because it makes them feel good. If I spend money on myself, I feel good, but if I do something for others, actually I get a greater feeling of happiness. I would like to go out and preach, I would like to go out and distribute books every day, I would like to go out and do all of these things, but because I have family duties, because I'm working, I can't do it. But I have some money, so I can support these things. In that way also the grahastas are engaged in the Sankirtan Yajna and playing an important role financing the work. And that charity, of course, materialists give for feeding the poor, and they open hospitals, and they orphanages, and so many different kinds of charitable projects. But in Bhagavatam, in Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada explains that charity should especially be given for the Brahmins and devotees. What is that? Deshakale and Deshakalan Patra. That charity should be given according to the recipient, to the right recipient at the right time, at the right place. So there's charity in goodness, charity in passion, charity in ignorance. Charity in goodness is given to the Brahmins and the Vaishnavas, temples. That's to the right place, the right cause, the greatest welfare. Charity in passion is given with the idea that I'll get my name on the building, I'll be recognized in the community. Mr. Patel is one of the most generous members of our community. They want to, get some prestige and maybe some return. I'll save money on my taxes, or people will see, I can put the ad in the souvenir and my business will be there. So I'll spend $100, but I'll get $200 in return. So that pratyupakar is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. They're looking for what will I get out of it? I'm happy to give charity. What will I get? We were discussing some big charitable person. He gives millions of dollars, but not out of a selfless spirit. He's thinking, all right, calculation. What will I get? So that's charity in the mode of passion. And charity in the mode of ignorance is to the wrong person at the wrong place at the wrong time. You give to a bum on the street some night so that he can go buy himself a drink. And then that's charity in ignorance, for which we get the results we share in that mode when we give charity in ignorance. But generally people are giving in passion and ignorance. But charity should be given in the mode of goodness. And then charity will be very purifying and will give satisfaction and will help one progress. The householders are often depicted, they're in the dark well of householder life and so on, crippled by, Prabhupada says so many things. Then how will they progress? Of course, by chanting Hare Krishna, by rendering devotional service, and by giving charity. That's when it's given to the devotees and the Brahmins, temple, then that's also devotional service. It's better than goodness. Transcendental charity. And yes. So dhanam and dhamma, self-control, that's also for the householders. The householders have a license for sense gratification, but not unlimited sense gratification. There are rules and regulations to be followed even by the householders. What is that? Dharmaviruddha bhuteshu kamosmi. Even sex life is accepted in householder life, but dharmaviruddha, when it's not contrary to religious principles. That means within restriction, not just like the materialistic householders, simply for sense gratification and with contraceptive methods and all of that. That's dharma viruddha, contrary to religious principles. So dhanam and dhammas. So the householders also, it's not that only brahmacharis and sannyasis are supposed to control their senses, and grihastas, no. Grihastas also are meant to be self-controlled. Human beings are all meant to be. And of course, it replies to the, not that only the householders should control their senses and the sannyasis should be wild. Everyone, but Prabhupada especially highlights here the grihastas and yajna. Sacrifice also is typically householder business. But of course, in our Sankirtan movement, it's meant for everyone. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama. So the grihastas can equally take part in the Sankirtan yajna. Other yajnas are not necessary. There's a society that, what are they doing? Agnihotra yajna, right? And what's your Agnihotra yajna? You light a little deep and say a couple prayers, and that's an Agnihotra yajna. Am I right? It's all rubbish. Agnihotra yajna was performed by with considerable, by kings even. But these sacrifices had to be performed exactly according to the rules and regulations, with mantras chanted by the strictest of Brahmins according to the proper accent, and that kind of yajna. And we're going to do an Agnihotra yajna, just light a deep and Jai Jagadish Hare, and now it's a yajna. Kalo nastyeva 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 gatiranyata. The yajna for this age, yajna sankirtana prior. At least for those who are intelligent. Fools can do whatever they want. So yajna is meant for the householders. Our householders in ISKCON are also distributing books, best yajna. So this is very, very nice. And Swadhyay. Swadhyay means study of books like Bhagavad Gita as it is, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Nectar of Devotion. This is Swadhyay, and Tapa, austerity, and Arjavam. Arjavam means straightforwardness. Prabhupada translates it simplicity, but what he means by simplicity is not, like living in the woods in a simple life, but he means straightforward, simplicity rather than duplicity. That's simplicity in this context. Arjavam. And Prabhupada comments that way. And Prabhupada comments that the Swadhyay is for the, especially for the brahmacharis, they should learn all the books. And Tapa is for the vanaprasthas. The one is not meant to remain in family life forever. According to the Vedic system, there are 4 orders: brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyas. And Prabhupada quoted many times, Panchashordham vanam brajet. By the time one reaches 50, as soon as possible, one should get out of family life. Get out doesn't mean sannyas. It can, but generally it means vanaprastha life. I have the manuscript. I'm writing a book, The Vanaprastha Adventure, which gives Prabhupada's teachings about vanaprastha life, discusses practical implications or practical steps for vanaprastha life. But the first thing is that there should be vanaprastha life. Not that because we don't see it in ISKCON and because it's not talked about very much, we can just forget vanaprastha life. Just grihastha life as everything. No. at a certain point, retirement is wanted. Even the karmis want to retire, but their idea of retirement is to go to a golf course or to the seashore and waste the rest of their human life watching television and playing cards and going fishing and playing golf. Oh, it's a sad waste of the rarely obtained human form of life. But the Krishna conscious devotees are meant to retire from family life and dedicate themselves for further progress in spiritual realization with detachment. Because the attachment between man and woman is the binding force of material existence. So in the Vanaprastha life, there's no sex life. And one cultivates detachment. What is that? Vairagya vidya nija bhakti yoga. Detachment, spiritual knowledge, and devotional service. So here the tapa is meant for especially the vanaprasthas. And Prabhupada's, now he's handled the ashrams, now he goes to the varnas. He says Arjavam is meant for the Brahmins. The Brahmins should be truthful. The Vaishyas are not truthful. My mother went to India and she, women, they like to shop, so she went shopping. And went to some jewelry store at like 10:30 in the morning, 11 o'clock. And the shopkeeper is showing her everything and showed her some jewelry. Because you're the first customer of the day, the price for you is only such and such. But a Brahmin, you ask him what the truth is, he'll tell you. He doesn't consider this will help me, this will hurt me, I'll make money or I'll lose money. He just says this is the truth. Arjuna. Kshatriyas also, sometimes they have to be tricky. Who was that Shivji? They're a little tricky sometimes. No, I won't bring any weapons. But then he brings the weapon because he knows the other guy's going to bring weapons also. So the Kshatriyas may be a little tricky. They have to be, they call it diplomatic, which means untruthful. Some witty person said that an ambassador is an honest man sent abroad to lie for his country. An ambassador is an honest man sent abroad to lie for his country. So in Kshatriya life also, Arjuna may not be seen, but the Brahmin should be straightforward. Ahimsa, Satyam, Akrodhas. Prabhupada defines ahimsa differently from the usual. It means not arresting the progressive life of any living being. So animal killing, that's himsa, of course. And yes, here actually Prabhupada talks about it. Elsewhere he gives a different take on it. But here, straightforward meaning, ahimsa, where's the question of ahimsa if we're killing animals? And where's the question of godly qualities? I saw some plaque, there's a park for a very pious, community-minded person, and he did this and he did that, and he was pious. But he was a cattle rancher. So anyway, we appreciate whatever good qualities he had, but ahimsa was certainly not there. We're very kind to our neighbors and we kill the animals. That's not very good. Even in the Bible it said, thou shalt not kill. That was when there was some priest or some person wanted to discuss interreligious topics. This would be Prabhupada's topic. He wouldn't talk about higher, theological, this, that. How can you kill animals and be a Christian? That was Prabhupada's point. Thou shalt not kill. There's no need of killing innocent creatures just for the satisfaction of the tongue. So ahimsa. And it's not just the Christians. India, they kill animals like anything. Not that India is so pure. Huge numbers of animals killed in India also. There's one, in fact, the central government at some point, if I have it right, wanted to introduce a ban on killing cows. And there's a very well-known, family-friendly company that's known for its butter and its milk and all of those things. And they campaigned against the bill because it didn't fit their business model. Their business, to forget what you see in the popular image, but they required for their business model to slaughter the animals and get the profit. So they campaigned against the bill. These things are going on. So ahimsa. Not that, yes, everywhere. America, India, these are universal principles. It's not, and we can't just bang on the heads of the Christians. We can bang on our own heads also. How are these things allowed? So ahimsa. And then people, anyway, they'll go to the McDonald's and spend money for the #1 cow killers and not think anything of it. So ahimsa. Ahimsa and satyam. One should not distort the truth for personal interest. Satyam. Things should be told as they are. And akrodha. One should check anger. Kama krodha tata lobhas tasmade tatrayam jajet. Tamodvara istribirnana. These are 3 gates to hellish life. Kam, krodh, and lobh. Lust, anger, and greed. In the 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, it's said that controlling anger is even harder than controlling lust. When Lord Shiva was the demigod, you know the story, the demigods wanted to get a son from Lord Shiva, Kumara Sambhava. They wanted to get a son from Lord Shiva. But Lord Shiva was in meditation. So where's the question of a son? So they sent Parvati, a young girl, to agitate the mind of Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva's sitting naked in meditation, and she's offering flowers on the genitals of Lord Shiva, touching the genitals. Lord Shiva wasn't disturbed. Dhira. He's so sober that even such a provocation couldn't affect him. But to move the agenda along, the Cupid, Kamdev, was shooting his arrows. And Lord Shiva got so angry at Kamdev that he burned him to ashes just by his glance. That means that he controlled the power of lust, but anger was out of control. Oh, Kamdev was burned to ashes, therefore he's known as Ananga, the person who has no body, because Lord Shiva burned up his body. So, Krodha. Otherwise, by Krodha, what is it? Krodhat bhavati sammohat smriti vibrahma. Smriti brahmshad buddhi nasho, buddhi nashat pranashiti. Anger leads to complete bewilderment, then loss of memory, then loss of intelligence, then loss of everything. So one should control anger. Akrodhas tyaga shantir paishanam. Am I right? Akrodhas tyaga, what is Prabhupada? He doesn't gloss tyaga. He doesn't say anything about tyaga, but tyaga means detachment. And shanti, peacefulness, and apaishuna, aversion to fault finding. Adosha darshi, a saintly person, is averse to fault finding. Doesn't find fault with others. Materialists love to find fault with others. That's also, what is that in the demonic qualities? I'm forgetting, but it will come later in the chapter. This is what they do. They take pleasure in finding faults. The internet is terrible for this. You go on Facebook and it's all about criticizing. And the Facebook administrators or management claims innocence, that we're not pushing it, but this is just what the algorithms do. As soon as there's some, as soon as I say this person's a creep, immediately the 10 other people pile on and say, yeah, he's a creep, and some others will say, no, he's not a creep. Yes, he is. So that's what gets people going. That's what builds involvement, as they call it. That's what builds involvement. If you just say it was a nice day today, we went to the park, it was beautiful, there were swans and there were ducks and we fed them and we had a nice time. Okay, you get one like. But as soon as you say somebody's a fool and a creep and a stupid idiot, immediately 10,000 likes, because this is what the environment we live in, and especially on the internet somehow or other. I can analyze it, but people will say things about people that they would never say to their face, but in the nice, cool environment of the internet, this goes on, just indiscriminate criticism. Apaishana means the opposite, the quality of a Vaishnava especially. It's one of the 64 qualities of a devotee, I think, is the aversion to fault finding. They don't like to find the faults of others. They like to find the good qualities, because the bees go for honey and the flies go for pus. So Paishanam and Daya, mercy. Daya bhuteshu too. All living beings, not just the human beings. And aloluptva, freedom from greed. Mardavam is gentleness. He doesn't gloss Mardavam. Mridu. Mridu means soft, gentle. Mardavam. A person of the divine qualities, he's a gentle. Prabhupada said that about a Vaishnava. He said the quality of a Vaishnava is he's a perfect gentleman. Perfect gentleman. So the godly people, they're gentle, they're modest, they're kind, they're merciful, they're tolerant, they're self-controlled. They have all these good qualities. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana sarvaya gunais tatra samasate sura harava bhaktasya kuto muhadguna manoratena sati dhavatobi. Someone becomes a Vaishnava, automatically develops all the godly qualities. Automatically. And if a person is not a Vaishnava, then he has no good qualities. Manoratain asati, because he's on the mental platform. As soon, just like Kamsa, he was so affectionate, he's driving his sister to her husband's home, and as soon as he hears an omen, then immediately he's ready to kill her. That's the nature of the good qualities of the demons. At any moment it can disappear. Haridas Thakur, he was being sentenced to be whipped in so many marketplaces, but he was kind to everyone. Didn't think, I'll get them, they'll suffer. But as soon as Kamsa heard that this son of the sister will kill you, let me kill my sister, let me kill all of her sons. Now first let me kill my sister, all right, I'll save my sister, because otherwise it looks bad for me, but I'll kill all her sons. Oh, Kuta Mahadguna, what good qualities do they have? That's what the Bhagavatam says. What good qualities do they have? And my example is only my example, you can take it or leave it, but there's some man, he's kind to his friends, he's generous, he's well-dressed, he's soft-spoken, he's responsible, takes good care of his family, and he's the head of the local mafia. You know, so Kuto Mahadguna, all the other good qualities are canceled. He's outlaw number one, all good qualities canceled. So Harava Bhaktasya, he's averse to devotional service to the personality of Godhead, outlaw. Actually, Prabhupada, he sometimes glossed these two terms, Daiva Asura, as the law-abiding and the outlaws. Vishnu Bhakta, what is that? Bhave Daiva Asurastad Aparya. The law-abiding people are the devotees of the Lord. They accept the supremacy of the personality of Godhead. And those who don't accept the government, they're outlaws. So those who are against the supreme personality of Godhead, those who are against the laws of God, they're outlaws. So the law-abiding and the outlaws, Daiva Asura. Now the Prabhupada said the number of outlaws has increased. But these are the two kinds. So Mardavam here, modesty. Ho ho ho. What modesty in Kali Yuga? Fear, then achapalam, one should be steady. Not everything in Krishna. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. I was looking in the wrong place. Free means one should be modest and not do anything abominable. Achapalam, determination. Chapal means flickering. You know, I take something up and then I say, and I do something else, you know, dabble in this, dabble of that, in that. Flickering, whimsical. And achapalam, determined. He's got a duty, he sticks to it. Achapalam. Teja, power. For the Kshatriyas, they should be powerful. Nobody wants a weak Kshatriya. You know, you don't want, if you call a policeman, you don't want him to be a coward, you want him to be powerful. Teja, Kshama, but forgiving also. Even Parikshit Maharaj was ready to, Kali surrendered, all right, I'll be merciful to you. Teja, Kshama, Driti, determination, Shocham, cleanliness, Adrodho, Nati Manita. Nati Manita, not expecting honor. And Adrodha, not expecting human Droha. Freedom from envy. Adroha, Nati Manita. And Bhavanti Sampadam Daivi. From their very birth, people are born with divine or demonic qualities according to their previous mentality coming from lifetimes and lifetimes. Some people, just like that, who was it? King Vena. As a child, he was taking pleasure in strangling his playmates. Strangling his playmates. So from the very beginning, and I had a friend, he was, as a child, he wanted to show me something fun, how you could take a guppy, you know those little fish, small little fish, you could collect a couple of guppies out of the water and then train a magnifying glass on the guppy and train the sun on the guppy and watch it explode. You know, so the demonic qualities, abhijatasya, from birth, practically speaking. Now you get people, they're born of like drug addict mothers, and the child is born addicted to heroin. What is that? Varna Sankara. Unwanted children, like from the very beginning, demonic qualities. Of course, even the demon can become that Mrigari, who's half killing animals. But by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he became a great Vaishnava. So, everything is possible by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Krishna is making these distinctions, two different kinds of people in the world. All right, are there some questions, comments? Bhavanti sampadam daivim abhijatosi bharata. So some people, just by their nature, by their good fortune, by their previous piety, they're born with good qualities. We see sometimes young people, older people also, they're just like shining with good qualities. They seem like demigods. They have such good samskars, good from birth. Very, very fortunate. So, such children are wanted, not the children who are of the demonic quality. Yes?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, I had two questions. One is in relation to what you were just mentioning just now, about how both the divine and demoniac qualities can come from previous samskaras.
Do we have echo on this microphone? I think we do, don't we?
Yes.
Just put a little piece of tape over the dial, and it never moves again.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, this is better. You mentioned that these are both, they're in previous samskaras, previous lives. And sometimes people, even other Vaishnava schools, they use, I think, verses 19 and 20 of this chapter to kind of say that, these are unchangeable, these are immutable. I think Madhvacharya, he makes that point sometimes. And so how do we view this point that, well, these are things that carry over from previous lives? And how do we reconcile that with the mercy of Mahaprabhu, the Sankirtan movement?
Well, it is carried over. Anything that's in this life is coming from the previous lives. Madhvacharya's presentation differs from ours in some respects. We respect Madhvacharya, but we don't always agree with his take on things. So first of all, yes, certainly from previous lives. And even Krishna says, Mudha Janmani Janmani. Those who are ultra-demonic, in birth after birth, they're demonic. I perform demonic activities in this life, and I'm condemned to demonic life in the next life. Mama prapyaiva ganti yatado, and just down and down. So it's practically they're doomed. Practically they're doomed. There's like some people, they're born poor, they'll die poor. It's like no matter what you do, that's their karma, that's what will happen. And similarly, some are born with vicious qualities, and they'll die with the same vicious qualities. And then in the next life, they'll maybe become vicious animals or what have you. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He can turn anyone into a wonderful devotee. Tar Sakshi Jagai Madhai. That's the evidence. Tar Sakshi Jagai Madhai. Jagai Madhai became, we know what they were, just scoundrels of the worst order, rogues. And they became great Vaishnavas.
As a follow-up question from that, you quoted this verse, Yes Yasti Bhakti Bhagavat Chikinchana, about how devotees will automatically develop these good qualities. And we can see, right, from Mahaprabhu's mercy that Jagai Madhai, they, like, a switch is flicked, and they just immediately became very Vaishnav in their qualities. For many of us who are, I guess, aspiring Vaishnavas, trying to be Vaishnava, we don't have that experience. There's not just a switch that's flicked, automatically attaining those good qualities. So how does that...
Automatically means automatically we'll become inclined, that we become a nice devotee. And it may not be that immediately I no longer criticize anyone, I no longer do anything contrary to good qualities. But now the force of those materialistic qualities is unplugged. Prabhupada gives the example, the plug is pulled but the fan is still turning. But it's understood the fan will stop. So in that way. But we shouldn't just be idle, that all right, I'll develop all the good qualities. But we should also aspire for that. But the best way to develop good qualities is to be always engaged in the devotional service. Then they'll automatically come.
The other question I had was that you mentioned that there's a lot of talk about what grihasthas should be doing in this. And there's also a lot of talk about the renounced ashrams, especially sannyasis and brahmacharis. And one of the reasons I think we don't see as much about vanaprastha is because we either hear about, license, like the license for sense gratification in grihastha ashram, and the, I guess, epitome of vairagya in sannyas ashram. You mentioned that you're writing something about vanaprastha ashram. One of the few things I've heard, I think it's from Devaki Mataji, is that the role of a vanaprastha is to give mentorship to the grihasthas and the other, like brahmacharis and grihasthas. Could you speak a little bit more about the role of a vanaprastha in
Vanaprastha, yeah. One thing is, I've basically finished the first draft of a manuscript, and I'll be posting it in installments on my website, www.jswami.info. So I did that with my Kirtan Standards book. I'll do that with the Vanaprastha book. So those who want to read and perhaps give some comments or suggestions, you're all welcome. It will be there. It's not mentioned that giving mentorship is a specific duty of the Vanaprasthas. I haven't seen a Shastric reference like that. But it's a natural conclusion that you have now these people, they've spent their whole life, or 25 years, in the Grihastha ashram. They know the science of Krishna consciousness. They're capable of teaching. They have material experience also. They've been in business, or they've been in law, or they've been in whatever their occupation, carpentry, whatever the occupation may be. So they have material experience also. If you're a family man, they can tell you all about it. You know, when this happens, what should I do? When that happens, what should I do? They've been through 25 years of it. They're the voice of experience. You know, you go to a sannyasi, what is he going to tell you? Just going to say, well, I don't know, take sannyas. But the Vanaprasthas, from practical experience, can say, oh, when this happens, you do this. When that happens, you do this. Be patient, don't worry. So that kind of instruction they can give. So teaching from Shastra, teaching practical affairs of how to get on in this material world, how to get things done. Teaching the Grihasthas how to live as Krishna conscious Grihasthas. So they're in a good position to do all that. Yes, it's just sort of, I think it's a common sense proposition.
Thank you.
And the Grihasthas also, when they have some issue, it's easier for them to approach a Vanaprastha and say, this is the problem. They're not going to go to the brahmacharis, and they're reluctant to talk to the sannyasis, thankfully. So the Vanaprastha is the natural person to go to and say, what should I do? And Vanaprasthas can give good advice.
Thank you, Maharaj, for wonderful class. So my question is like Dhamma, control of mind, and Achapalam, determination. So these qualities we get from previous birth, or how some people
Krishna
can
says, I'm sorry, I cut you off.
So we will develop automatic in this life, or carry forward from the last life, or
Do we develop these qualities in this life, or do we have to depend on the previous life? Krishna says, abhijatasya. One is born with certain qualities. So a fortunate person, practically automatically, he'll have good qualities from the very beginning. Therefore, in the Vedic culture, Garbhadan samskar was there. How to beget a high-quality child. Or Prabhupada prescribed for the Krishna-conscious Grihasthas, they should chant 50 rounds before conceiving a child, so that the high mentality will invite a child of divine qualities. So abhijatasya, and we've seen in good quality families what wonderful children they'll have, really wonderful qualities from the beginning. But we have to be careful that good qualities can be spoiled by bad association. So it's not just automatic, even born with good qualities, but it can be spoiled. Or born with bad qualities, but he can be reformed by, what is that? Sanatana Goswami says, as bell metal is transformed into gold. So by initiation and training under the bona fide spiritual master, even a person of low qualities, Akirata Hunandra Palinda Pulkasha, Abhira Shumbha Yavana Kasharya. These were all people of low qualities. But nye chapapa, sinful people. Yadapashreya Shreya Shudyanti. If they take shelter of a person who's taken shelter of Krishna, they can be purified. Prabhu Vishnave Namah. Not that determined that because you've been born low, you're always going to be low, there's nothing you can do about it. No, as by alchemy, the bell metal can become gold. Even the hunters, the aborigines, the Huns, Andhra, Palinda, Pulkasha, they can all become Shudyanti. And Nectar Devotion is quoted, there's some tribe of lower class people, but when they're properly initiated and wearing tilak and everything, they look better than the born Brahmins. They look like they're coming from the spiritual sky. So we see that, devotees from all sorts of backgrounds, where you'd say these are sinful people. But when they become Vaishnavas, they become better than the actual, and that's also quoted, that the what is that? Shat karma nipano vipro yantra tantra visharada Vaishnavas guru nasyad Vaishnavas swapacho guru. Person may have all the good qualities of a Brahmin. Mantra Tantra, he's expert in mantras and rituals. Shat Karma, Nipano Vipro, he's expert in all these activities. But a Vaishnava Guru Nasi, if he's not a Vaishnava, he's unfit to become a Guru. And even if he's born in a dog-eater family, Vaishnava Swapacho Guru, he can become a Guru. Many, many quotations on this point. Anything else? Should we? Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Maharaj, for a wonderful class. Maharaj, when even a grihastha, if he strictly follows the 4 regulative principles that we all trying to practice, there also would be consider them also in the vanaprastha, because practically they're following other.
No. If the grihasthas are expected to follow the 4 regulative principles, within those 4 regulative principles, no illicit sex. But licit sex is all right for the grihasthas. If they follow the rules and regulations, Prabhupada explained, once a month, at the time suitable for having pregnancy, they can have sex for begetting a good Krishna-conscious child. That's dharma viruddha. So that's allowed, that's fine for the grihasthas. But vanaprasthas, it's forbidden. In 3 orders of life, there's no sex. Brahmachari, grihastha, brahmachari, vanaprastha, sannyas, no sex. So not that I live at home and I'm still having children, but I'm a vanaprastha. No. That we just, now I'm 50, so I call myself a vanaprastha, but nothing changes. What's the point? So that's discussed in my book. There's some change should be there. And that will be welcome. It should be welcome. That why do I want to remain, here when I can make progress? So and it doesn't mean sannyas, that I immediately have to, leave everything. Husband and wife may remain together. They may travel to holy places together. They may live in a place like Mayapur or Vrindavan. But no sex. Is that okay? And it means now dedicating more toward austerity, toward spiritual cultivation. Not, now we don't have sex, we just sit at home and watch television, Star TV, and we're vanaprasthas. In the van, there's no Star TV.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. So one of the qualities, the arjavan, the straightforwardness. So in my own observation, I feel that since I started taking up the devotional service, there's this constant urge to portray that I'm more renounced than in reality, more humble than, and it's constant, like I feel like when karmi, I was more straightforward than as a devotee. So how to correct that? Because it's always there, like I have to portray that I'm more advanced than what I am.
It's good, at least you're feeling like that. Maybe as karmis we do the same thing and we don't notice it. But a devotee thinks just like, what is that? Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Amar Jivana, Sarapa Pairata, Nahika Punyara Lesh. And you read that whole song, you can, maybe you'll find it that, I have all these bad qualities. Amar Jivan, Sarapa Pairata, Nahika Punyara Lesh. I don't even have a trace of punya. All sinful life. That's Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And he continues, like, I'm this. When others are unhappy, I feel enlivened. You found it? Or why don't you just send it up, Will? Parera udbeg diachi ekota, diachi jivera klesh. Yeah, just cause trouble for others. Nija shuka lagi pape nahidori, daya hin swarta paro, parasuke dukhi, shada mitya bhashi. I'm always telling lies. Paradukha sukha koro. I cause trouble for others, and when they have trouble, I feel happy. And in this way, the song goes on. It's many verses. Finally, the last verse is Bardhakye ekon upay bihin tate dina akinchon bhakti binod prabhura chorane kore dukha nibedan. Now in old age, devoid of any means of success, deen akinchan, humble, poor, Bhakti Vinod, Prabhu Chorane, Kore Dukha, he submits to the Lord. This is my report. So, at least a devotee feels that this is my situation. I'm not straightforward. I was better when I was a karmi. So that's also the good quality of a devotee. At the same time, there may be some truth to it also. That I like telling lies. I like putting on one face and actually doing something different. I actually am happy when someone is down. She was my enemy and now she's got it. Good for her. So these things may be there. Therefore, Chaita Darpana Marjana, we have to go on. That pastime is there, Gundicha Marjan. Cleansing of the temple, Gundicha, cleansing again. First you get out all the big junk, then you get the little junk, then you get the dust that's left, and then you get the dust after that, till it's completely clean. Bhaya Bhyantara Shuchi. So, cleansing process, we should be serious that my business is to find out my own faults and try to become purified. That will be good for us.
Thank you.
Shall we stop here? Tell me what to do. One more question.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the wonderful class. Around us, we see all this, in day-to-day life, we are interacting with so many people.
We have?
We are interacting with so many people. workplace and everywhere else, and these qualities are not there. So we had to deal with that. I mean, when we see this, how should we handle
These
things?
good qualities are not there in the people we're interacting with.
Right.
So what should we do? One thing is you can try to find out some good quality. Our Vaisheshika Prabhu is like the world expert on that. He'll find some good quality. And because you have this good quality, I want to give you this book. That's the quality of a Vaishnava. He finds the goodness in everyone. And then you try to amplify that. Prabhupada did that. So many rubbish people came to him, but Prabhupada would find some good quality. Oh, he's coming from a good farm family, something. Find some good quality. And then there's a little spark, fan that spark. So he can become a devotee. He's got this good quality. He likes to serve, or he's humble, or he's something. Find some good, and then amplify it. By amplifying the bad qualities, what will you get? But if you amplify the good qualities, or find out the good qualities, then the person becomes happy. Oh, somebody noticed. Then you can bring them to, and make them your friend, Krishna conscious. So that's one thing. And then the other side is also, so that's one thing. Try to find, and then people will think of such a nice person. That's good for them. The other side is that we're a little careful about associating with such persons. And Prabhupada explained what that, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains what that means. It doesn't mean we don't, if the bus driver's not wearing tilak, we don't get on the bus. But it means that we don't associate closely with those people. How are you? Nice to see you. Everything's all right. How's your family? Da-da-da-da-da. But we really don't have any, we don't want to mix with them closely because we know they're meat eaters, drunkards, woman hunters, whatever it may be. We don't want to catch their virus. And Prabhupada, in that connection, did Prabhupada tell this story? It's in Panchatantra. I think Prabhupada told it also. Yeah. You know about the monkey and the alligator? The monkey goes out and he wants to cross the river, and the alligator says, well, hop on my back, I'll take you. And then when they get to the middle of the river, these alligators starting to submerge. Hey, what are you doing? Well, now I'm going to kill you, and my wife and family will eat your heart out. And the alligator, oh, you should have told me. Because if you'd told me, I would have brought my heart with me, but because you didn't tell me, I left it at home. So, but you can take me back and I'll go get it, and then you can have your... So the alligator thought, well, that sounds like a good idea. Took him back, and the monkey jumped off. Haribol. So Prabhupada said the moral is, when you go out with the alligators, keep your heart at home. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Holiness Jayadvaita Maharaj ki.
Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Gaur Premanande.
Hare Bol. Thank you, Maharaj, for your association and wonderful class. We want to hear from you again tomorrow. Devotees, we are having the class tomorrow at the same time. Please assemble here. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Young Vaishnavi question.
Would you like to take one question from us?
From a Vaishnavi of this caliber, we have to take a question.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. My question is, Is it okay to be a surgeon because you have to
Is
dissect
it okay to be
a surgeon?
surgeon? You want to be a surgeon. Is it okay to be a surgeon? Yeah. Not yet. Whatever you do, do for Krishna. That's all. You want to be a surgeon already. Okay. Yeah, I won't give you much career advice, but every career has some good thing and some bad side too. What is that? Dume nagnirivavrita. But if you want to be a surgeon, okay, just be a Hare Krishna surgeon. Is that okay? Okay. Hari Hari Bo.